Do you feel the vibes?
Hi there everyone, Dragon Slayer here, and today we'll be doing part 2 of our tank game. In the previous episode, what we did was that we created player movement for the blue tank and let it fire. So next, what we're going to do is let the red AI try to come and attack us. The first thing we have to do is keep this code and put A when green flag clicked on it. So we say that when green flag clicked, forever point towards the tank hull and move red movement speed steps. What this does is that it comes at us. But what happens is that once it reaches us, it starts bugging out because it doesn't know where to go. To fix this problem, what we can use is a boundary box. What this does is that, well, what it does is that when we have this tank inside of here, if this hits that, and it won't move on. So, to start that, we go to blue boundary box and we put this code, forever, go to blue tank hull. What this does is that when we go into control, right, when we go into events, we click when green flag clicked, and then it goes there. But the problem is that we can see it, and it's not really the best thing to see. So the best thing that we can do is say for the ghost effect to change to 100%. So to do this, all the ghost effect does is that it makes it hide, but all the stuff that it does. So for example, if we're going to use if touching, if we use the hide block, this would completely disappear and the tank would go right through us. But if we use the ghost effect, we cannot see it, but it's still there. So it's like kind of hidden, but it's still like doing stuff, if that makes any sense. So we go into events and when green flag clicked, and this doesn't have to happen forever, it can just happen once, and you go into ghost. So if you guys are wondering, color effect doesn't change in black, but with other colors it does change. This like makes it weird, I guess. The whirl, okay, might not be the best thing to show it on. Maybe we could show it. Or you could. All I'm saying is that there's different effects that you can use to change what your sprites do or look like, but this doesn't affect how they do anything. So it's a really useful look block. So I'd say change ghost effect by 100 so that it becomes fully a ghost effect. So now it's completely disappeared, but it's still there. So now, what we can do is code the tank hull to say when green flag clicked, forever. If touching, boundary box. If touching, boundary box. I know I spelled boundary wrong, but still. If touching boundary box, then move negative red movement steps. So basically, pretend it was making it move one step forward, and then we say to move negative 1 steps back, we'd just be moving 0 steps. So the same concept is applied here. So whatever red movement speed is, and then we go against it, like go backward, red movement speed, but negative red movement speed, then we always go back to 0 so that it does nothing. So then we say move, we put the multiplication sign, that little star there is a multiplication sign, and you say negative 1 times red movement speed. So now what this does is that once it disappeared, you'll see that it suddenly stops. Now, if we moved into it, then it might be a problem, but as long as you stay away, you're fine. So now, as you can see, it just keeps its distance. But when you look at its tracks, it doesn't look really nice since it's just like stands still. So what we can do is, in this here, since it should be forever moving, right? Unless it touches this box, we can say put if else. So instead of saying if we put an if else, then what will happen is that what this will do is that we can change costumes or else change costume because it would be forever moving unless it's touching the boundary box because that's the only point when it stops. So what we can do is, let's see, where is it? Else, yes. Switch costume to costume 1, and then when we duplicate it, switch costume to costume 2, and then what was it here? 1.25 seconds. So we go into here and we put wait 1.25 seconds. Wait 1.25 seconds. That's like 1/10 and 1/4. So it's 1/4. It's actually 120. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, so now if we pause this and move everything away, right? If we move this here or something, as you can see closely, this is moving, and as soon as it hits the boundary box, which is any minute, it stops. And as soon as if we go forward into it, it stops, right? But it just rotates. And then as soon as we move away, it starts going again. So that's exactly what we want. Then for the red scope, we can do the exact same thing that we did with the blue tank, except we just change what it's pointing to and where it's going. So if we clean up, okay, don't clean up. I don't care. So if we go in here, right, we can say instead of going to the blue tank, go to the red hull. Instead of going to the mouse pointer, again, go to the blue tank. So now, as you can see, the tank is fully armed. So this is all good, right? But what about this bullet? How is this supposed to fire this bullet at us? So it's pretty simple. Once again, we tell this bullet to go to the hull. So we go into events and we go to when green flag clicked, forever, if, no, not an if actually, you go into motions and you put go to and you say red hull. So after you do that, if I click the green flag, see everything that we had, all these different sprites, they're now all composed into our two main sprites, which is really good. So now that we have this, we have to just say that whenever the reload time of this red hull stops, right, then it can fire. So it's pretty much the exact same code as this, where when green flag clicked, forever point towards mouse pointer. So that's all there, and then we move blue movement speed steps and all of that. So basically all you have to do is transfer a few pieces of code. So this one too. And one last one is this. Wait, I already did that one. This one. Okay, so once we have those, now we gotta clean up. So it should point towards the blue tank. And then instead of blue reload, right, we do red reload. Set red reload. Wrong thing. Red reload. And then here we say if red reload, and then wait red reload time, set red reload, and move red bullet movement speed. So now, if you see, it should start firing. Oh wait, it cannot, because it cannot fire at us because we have to say mouse down. So instead, we just take this off, forget about the mouse down, and just put this in, right? There. Wait, that's in the complete wrong one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did that wrong. So right now it's firing its turret to us, which I guess isn't good. So, what we can do is just transfer all of these here and then delete them, I guess. So let's just, yes. So we have the red reload equals yes. Okay, so red reload equals yes. Red reload equals no if touching edge. And also move red bullet movement speed. And then we just delete these. I don't know why, but like they do different, they're like different parts where you have to delete each thing separately. Because example, if I deleted that, it doesn't delete everything, which I just feel is annoying, but oh well, that's what Scratch did. So now it will continuously be firing, unless of course I did this wrong. Go to red hell, wait red reload time, if touching, move. Right, I never said for it to point, so why would it? Okay, so simple fix, all we do is when green flag clicked, forever, right, we say forever, and then we put point to the blue tank hull. So the spinning part, like the turret will never spin because this is pointing to us, that's pointing to us, and the bullet is pointing to us, but it still is better than it not working. Okay, so it's still kind of broken. Yes, I deleted everything, so let's just do that. Okay, so my mic just fell down. So what we do is just put the spec on, and after this I think we can be done for today. So after this, when green flag clicked, forever go to red tank hull, red hull, and then we can just put it in there too. Point towards blue tank hull. So now, if we press green flag again, there we go. So now it looks like it's getting fired out of there. So overall, it's a pretty good thing. I hope you enjoyed this part. I will be releasing the next part sometime soon. Keep looking out for that, and goodbye!